NCIS. Tony and Ziva makes Leon Vance and Timothy McGee's cameos inevitable. NCIS. Tony and Ziva just backed itself into a corner in terms of featuring flagship characters, Leon Vance and Timothy McGee. The NCIS franchise's latest offshoot banks on the chemistry of Michael Weatherly and Cote de Pablo as they reunite on the small screen a decade since they left the flagship. This time, however, they're on their own to Paramount's NCIS. Tony and Ziva seize the titular couple on the run across Europe. The first 3 episodes of the series set up their predicament, as they rely on old tactics picked up during their days as members of the major case response team to investigate. Clearly, they haven't missed a bit in that regard. However, some of their actions are a little bit questionable, all in an effort to prove their innocence. While it's unclear whether their antics will come back to haunt them, they could result in NCIS, Tony and Ziva's best surprise. It has been over a decade since both have left Navy Yard, but NCIS, Tony and Ziva reveals that the couple is still carrying their badges from their time as members of Leroy Jethro Gibbs' team. In a couple of instances, Tony and Ziva have pulled out their expired credentials to easily get access to places. The crisis in the offshoot happens quite fast, so the fact that they have their old NCIS IDs on hand says a lot about what they feel about their history with the agency. While Ziva has been adamant that she's done chasing bad guys, there's no denying that holding onto the badges have been useful. However, because Tony and Ziva are no longer tied to MCRT and they are currently being hunted down by Interpol, chances are that the Vance has been alerted about this. Usually, this should be a case for the MCRT to figure out, but since Tony and Ziva are old friends of the agency, the NCIS director may be keener on handling this privately. Because of this, Vance and McGee, Tony and Ziva's oldest friend in the CBS universe, must handle this issue on their own before any other agency gets involved. This way, they can offer help to the couple, especially as they are being hunted down by several organizations across Europe. This is also an organic way to incorporate the MCRT characters in NCIS, Tony and Ziva, without it being distracting. As it is, it's clear that the offshoot is trying to establish itself separate from the mothership, hence the conversation about why not reaching out for help. That said, if done right, seeing Vance and McGee share the screen again with Tony and Ziva could help the series overall. NCIS. Tony and Ziva would be able to move the story forward for the couple while also honoring their long history on TV.